Hello, people. I am super excited right now. Super excited. This may be the thing that she was referring to when she said I was at Friends 2 or 3 times a day between 93 and 95. Codename Nietzsche, hello. Nobody invited you, but oh well. Okay, I was going to put this on my commune site, so maybe we can check some of that out too, if I can get this. Been having load troubles most of the day. Okay, there it is. For goodness sakes. Okay. I'm sorry. The dead silence. There's my honey right there. And me. And in this picture we're at a letter carrier's dinner. Because I was a member of the auxiliary. With my mom, who sometimes... Well, never mind. This isn't about that for right now. But this is going there, even though slowly. But here's what I came up with. And I've known about these Quaker Friends, the Religious Society of Friends, or whatever else they go by. I thought at one time they did go by something else, but maybe not. See, my parents, or well, my mom, okay, I've kind of got a headache too, I'm sorry. My mother's ancestors, that again, were part of the original 13 that founded Germantown, Pennsylvania. Some people debate that there was some kind of, I don't know, skullduggery or something. But I don't have anything to do with it anyway. I am not in any kind of German group. I'm not, I've got them on Facebook is all. I added the original 13. And I've done some research on it myself, as well as my husband at one time. But that was my mom's side of the family. And I might even be able to open the note where I started. So, I mean, you can see these titles and Google them. If I don't leave a link, I'll just open it in a new tab and find my note. Okay, but the thing I figured out, the stepdaughter who accused her dad of rape 2,100 times, with a flaccid penis, she later said in the description that was written for her. I'm not a man, but I do know what flaccid means. It means limp. And I do know how rape operates, and it doesn't operate with a limp one. Unless there's no penetration. But according to what I read, there had been, so I still don't believe it, because if you were raped 2,100 times, and the authorities, as they were, don't even bother to back that up with any other thing, no rape kit to say, we believe in you this much, that we're going to spend what it costs to get this tested for your benefit, even for years later down the road when it might come in handy. They didn't think that highly of her or her story, and that's only the first occurrence, because when they took her off the school grounds to Marshall, Missouri for an exam, which is another strange thing. Why wouldn't they do that in town? Unless he's on their payroll, like he, she, whoever, like I mentioned the other day. and then sent her back home to where she had just told them that she was raped 2 or 3 times a day. So they don't believe it then either, or they wouldn't have sent her back home. They would have sent an officer or called. Right now, I used to think that they would have called to say, she's not coming home based on what she said today. We made a report. You come down here, or I don't know what from there, but, or they would have sent someone to the house. But they sent her back in there. She didn't fight it. There's no indication that she's climbing the wall, not wanting to go back in there, climbing a tree. Okay, but let's not get off on all those particulars right now. Let me try to focus on this Society of Friends. Okay, I do believe in psychic abilities, okay? And I have since I was in 6th grade, because my little report in 6th grade was about ESP. Something I saw on TV, I'm sure, but anyhow, that's how far back mine goes, and I'm 56, 57? I don't know, I'm 50-ish. I try not to dwell on it. Okay? None of my family after that, like my mom or dad or either of their parents or my grandparents, no recent ancestors were Quakers. They weren't Quakers at all. So there wouldn't have been like literature laying around or pamphlets or... But I do believe that she saw the connection somehow, and I'm kind of wondering if it's because she had told us one time when we get into these great conversations at dinner, some of the stuff that happened on a daily basis up there, and they had begun to put ads in magazines in the back to get stuff sent to them that they wanted there at the commune. And I know one of the ads was about fabric. Someone sent them several pieces of fabric they could do something with, or do crafts, or, you know, whatever, accessories or something. So maybe they saw this Quaker's Friends in the back of a magazine when they're perusing for stuff they could get, or stuff, someone to write, to get free stuff. Because I've done that, sent off for free stuff. Sometimes it was like $1, but I lost several dollars that way too and never got the stuff. So, alright, this is going very slowly to where I was wanting it to go to my note. It's not even loading, gosh. Okay, let's try that again. Notes. I don't know why there it goes. Okay, see here. It's very light. I don't know what I did to make it so light, but you can't hardly see it. Get a drink of soda. Alright, because they were like a cross between what seems like 2 or 3 different religions, with the long like prairie dresses and the bonnets and whatever kind of thing you want to call all that, like Amish, Mennonite, LDS, whatever. But then again, maybe LDS, and they were a breakaway group from LDS. Oh, this already had loaded. I didn't notice it. A breakaway group that turned into community of, or Brotherhood of Christ. Okay. Do you think it's possible that even though all that was maybe in the back of my mind from some mention from family, and I didn't keep it to the forefront of my mind because I didn't really affiliate or do anything with them or go to their church or even had considered becoming a member, because I hadn't, you know, that maybe psychically she picked up on it if she didn't see some mention of it back in back of a magazine. Okay, here's my mom's hookup to the original 13 is this Opton Groff family, who's kin to the Admiral's pen, both admirals, the father and the son, William. You know who I'm talking about, William freaking Penn. I believe he was a redhead, or maybe both of them were. But anyhow, they call them Mennonites here. Well, I guess in a way they were Mennonites. They had gotten away from Germany, from oppression. And so maybe in their, like, church publications, or like I'd said, a magazine in the back with the ads, or maybe too, after John's side of the family learned of who I am and knew my mom and dad's names, that they could Google and found something out through the internet. Because I mean that's just common. I mean, a lot of people meet someone and will Google to see, do they have convictions, do they have prison records, whatever you want to call it. What church did they go to? What school did they go to? Are they on Facebook? Let's take a look. Let's see what we can see. You know? And like I said, in this letter I got like 2 days ago, which I need to answer, but I was waiting to find something else so I could print it all off at the same time. Because normally my letters aren't very long, or this last one wasn't. I can type a good page and a half, full front and half of a back. But do you think she could have made that connection on her own, or with her auntie being an avid then family researcher could have maybe done it? Or I'm not sure. And then said, oh, she's at Friends. Well, listen, I am not sturdy enough in that regard anymore to be able to hang out with people who are likely to turn up dead. Like if you watch another one of my videos, they tend to end up dead. And so I basically put the brakes on even bothering to get any new relationships like I did like in high school. Just for that very reason. It's going to turn out disappointing. I don't need it to turn out disappointing. You see? So that's what's on my mind, and sorry it's kind of jangled, kind of disjointed, but it had been on my mind. I need someone probably to help me to think. Thanks for watching.